Via via, vieni via con me. Entra in questo amore buio, non perderti per niente al mondo. Via via, non perderti per niente al mondo. Lo spettacolo da te va di un innamorato di te. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good luck, my baby, that's wonderful, wonderful. It's wonderful, I dream of you. Da-di-do-di-do, jibom, jibom, bom. Da-di-do-di-do, jibom, jibom, bom. Da-di-do-di-do. The inspiration behind this new record, I was in between records. I was trying to figure out what to do next, and I had no idea whatsoever. And I was living in New York at the time with my husband, and we went out one night to see a contemporary singer-songwriter, an Italian singer-songwriter named Giovanotti. And I don't know what it was about that night. It was, I guess, an aha moment. When I heard him sing in the language that I had been brought up with, it just struck me that it's time for me to sing in Italian. Well, the reason why I chose Paolo Conte, originally I had wanted to do a collection of songs by various artists, various singer-songwriters from the 60s. And I chose tremendous songs. They were great, phenomenal writers. But there was something about Conte that, you know, his approach, his poetry, the music itself, the compositions themselves, it just resonated more with me. You know, it's like Tom Waits or Leonard Cohen or Jacques Brel. There was just this quirkiness, this edge to the music that just spoke to me more. And I wanted to take on the challenge of taking on this larger-than-life character. The reason why I went to Italy to record this new record, there were many reasons for it, but one of them was a coming full circle. My parents had come to Canada in the 60s. I was born and raised in Toronto. Even though I had been back a couple of times to visit the country, it was just something personally I needed to do, something I needed to reconnect with. And so that was one reason. And two, I thought, wouldn't it be great to work with Italian musicians on the music of an Italian artist? The musicians that I worked with were really amazing. I had the opportunity to tap into the Italian jazz scene thanks to the engineer-producer I worked with, whose name is Pasquale Minieri. And his wife is one of Italy's top jazz pianists. Her name is Rita Marcatulli. And because of them, I was able to hire people like Fabrizio Bosso, who's like top trumpet player in Italy. Fausto Mezzolela, guitarist who's worked with Paolo Conte, but also has his own legendary group called Avion Travel. We had Gabriele Mirabassi on clarinet, another tremendous musician, Marcello Di Leonardo on drums, Dario Rosciglione on bass, Luciano Biondini on accordion, and Michele Rabbia on percussion. Amazing musicians, all again, like I said, are working in the Italian jazz scene, and I just felt I was over the moon being able to work with these guys. Working with these musicians was an incredible experience. I mean, every single one of them, first of all, are amazing at their craft, at their instrument. But then it was just their generosity with their creativity, with their ideas. It wasn't just, you know, come in and do the part and then leave. I mean, they really got into the song and really gave something of themselves to the process. And I was just over the moon. I was really happy working with them. Taking on Paolo Conte, it was interesting. You know, at first everyone was a little hesitant. One, because why would a North American woman want to do Paolo Conte? So they were a little reserved at first. But then as we were getting into it, and as I was explaining my ideas, because I was taking the songs in directions that they didn't expect or weren't used to. So as we were getting more into it, they were getting more excited about it and could see how cool it was to take these songs and turn them on their head and do something really, really different with them. Yeah, I did take these songs and make them my own, simply because, I mean, he's a character. Paolo Conte is a big character. I mean, his voice, his personality make those songs. So I don't sing like that. I don't have the too many Marlboros and whiskey kind of voice. So I had to find an approach. I had to find a way to do these differently. Otherwise, it would just be a mediocre attempt at trying to sing these songs. So I had to really find a way to make them as if they were mine. And on top of that, because he is such a big male personality, I had to step up. I mean, I had to come up face to face with that energy. In some ways, I did have to create a character to push me a little bit. And I thought about Anna Magnani. I thought about Sophia Loren. I thought about, you know, those great actresses of the 60s that had this tremendous energy. I mean, that's the only kind of woman that could really come up against a character like Conte. Yeah, I mean, I sort of had to think about those women and try to channel that kind of energy, which then at the end of the day, I discovered that energy actually does exist in me. This is the first time that I've worked with my husband, Ron Davis, who's a phenomenal jazz pianist in his own right and has 7 records out and a career of his own. But yeah, I mean, we wanted to find something to do together, and we've been trying to find that one thing. And when I decided to do Paolo Conte, there was no other pianist except Ron that could do this project. His approach, his style is perfect for this project. So he helped, not only in terms of being the pianist, that wasn't his only role, he also helped co-produce this record with me and help me massage the ideas with the musicians and threw in a few of his own ideas in terms of what approaches we should take with certain songs. Well, on the live shows, that's the exciting part. I can't wait to bring this music live because there's a lot of energy to it. You know, there is a Fellini-esque vibe to it, and I would love to and can't wait to recreate that kind of energy on stage in front of a live audience.